with a recent reads, but this time specifically by debut authors of color. So I recently have read all of these books that I'm about to mention, and all of them have been highly rated, like 4 or 5 stars. So I'm just gonna get into it. I'm gonna start with A Song of Wraiths and Ruin. I'm gonna start with A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne Brown. This follows Malik and Karina, and Malik gets trapped in a deal with a spirit that forces him to kill Karina to be able to aid his family. And so Malik has to enter this champions competition so that he can get closer to Karina in order to kill her. And meanwhile, Karina's mother dies pretty quickly in this book, and we have to follow Karina on her journey to try and avenge her mother. And so we follow her through the city as she's trying to put the betrayals together. It's very good. I think I would have given this 5 stars had there not been the forced romance between Malik and Karina. I think it's been widely mentioned that it feels forced. It doesn't feel quite there. I also noted, because of Monet from Life is Monet on the Krusty Book Club live show, Monet mentioned that the atmosphere of this book, like you were there with the characters, but you couldn't see it. Like, it wasn't that kind of atmospheric read. It was more of an emotional atmospheric read versus a visual and sensual atmospheric read, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this was a really strong Northwest African story. It has its own like astrology system. It has its own magical system. It's very cool. I loved it so much. I have heard though that it can be like the start can be quite difficult to get into. So if you're not normally a fantasy reader, I don't know if this would be the book for you. But if you're on my channel, then I'm guessing you're a fantasy reader. So hopefully you'll enjoy this just as much as I did. I really, really enjoyed Malik's character and his like progression throughout the story. He's really lovable. He's really entertaining. The way he came in at the end with that rescue, I was like, yes! That's my boy! I can't wait to see him in book 2. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen between Malik and Karina. I hope it's not a romance. It's not needed. They could just be friends. Like, they're both traumatized as hell right now. We don't need this. There's also LGBTQ side characters, if you're interested. And yeah, I just really liked it. So, I feel like you should read it as well. I'll also link, if I remember, the Krusty Book Club live show for this book, so you can see their thoughts on it yourself. But there are spoilers for that one, so be wary. The second book I'm going to talk about is Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angeles. This book was amazing. I gave this book 5 stars. It was atmospheric, it was character driven, there was side romance, and high stakes. Need I say more? Oh, I might mention again, because I don't know if you have it. I mean, you'll have the reading vlog, I'll link it up above by then, but I don't know if you have it as of filming this, because it's currently October 11th, and you probably won't see this until November. So, I mentioned that someone refurbishes a greenhouse and gifts it to them as like, it was supposed to be a congratulatory present if they won. A magical greenhouse built with their own hands for their love interest. Moist. I am moist. I don't know about you, but I was tearing up at this point. So basically, you follow Kalia, Jack, and, well, not really Jack. Jack is doing his own thing. And DeMarco, and Kalia and DeMarco are involved in I don't want to call it a circus. It's more like maybe it is a circus. They're involved in a circus, and it's like a competition to see who pleases the crowd the most, basically, and whoever does please ends up winning the competition gets to be a part of the circus as like the main act or something like that, I believe. But it opens up with Kalia, and she's in Hellfire House with Jack, and she's attempting to escape it, and some creepy shit happens, some magical shit happens, and then when she finally does manage to get away, there's like this weird push and pull with Jack and Kalia that she thinks Jack is behind everything. But is he? This book was really good. It's really atmospheric. There's some high stakes. There's some good character drama. I really loved all the characters. Well, not all of them, but like the main ones. I even wanted more of Jack. Like, please give me more of these guys. I just hope DeMarco and Jack don't betray me, because that ending, I'm not ready for book 2 to come out next year, if I'm being completely honest. Let me just live in this world for a little bit before I even think about what's gonna happen in book 2, because it's just that good. I think in my vlog I describe it as like a mix between The Bear and the Nightingale, The Night Circus, and like Shadow and Bone. It's just really good. I really enjoyed it. The writing style is very lush. It's very romantic, and yeah, I encourage you to look into Kalia, Jack, and DeMarco, because they will not disappoint you. The third book I'm going to talk about is Raybearer. I have this on my anticipated reads video. I'll link it up above. I finished this in the beginning of September. Absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 stars. I plan on rereading it. All of these, actually. I am a big rereader. If I rate a book 4 or 5 stars, I have to be able to reread it, so I know that it'll stay a 4 or 5 star, if that makes sense. So, this book we follow Tarsai, and Tarsai is the lady's daughter, and the lady keeps her kind of like a Rapunzel situation, away from everyone, locked in a tower and separate from everything at the beginning, and then she grows up a little bit in a time jump, and we skip forward to when the lady has set her free on the palace, because she wants Tarisai to get close to Dio so she can become one of his Raybearers. And the Raybearers are the 11 members of a king's council that they're all like connected almost by telepathy, and it's really cool because it takes this trope of a council and makes it so that they have to be together, they have to be touching, they can't be separate, because if they do, they physically get sick. So it encourages them to all stay with the king, stay with each other, keep in pairs, etc. Which is really cool. I really love to see it. It just gave me like polyamorous vibes. I was here for it. I really like Tarsai as a character. It's very atmospheric and warm. So for those of you going into summer, when I'm going into fall, maybe you'll enjoy this. The plot twists are really good. The political intrigue is really good. I think you might see the plot twist coming, but the way it's executed and the follow-through afterwards is what really sold me. Like, I remember saying that this was such a strong debut of 2020. I read this book, this one, the next book I'm about to mention, and then Where Dreams Descend, so it's been a ride. I have had nothing but good times lately. So Raybearer is cool. It's like, got everything in it, literally. Like, all the countries are somehow represented on this one island. Let me show you the map. So this is the map, and like, down here we have like desert, and then up here we have like tropicals, and then up here we have the white people where it's really cold. There's even like Songland, which is where like Asian looking people reside from, and they're a big part of the plot actually, so that's cool to see. So we have a black main character, a black side, like a second main character, and then Jeet, who is a South Asian side character, and then we also have another character, I forget his name, who's from Songland, who's like a prince who ended up being one of the ones chosen to be sacrificed, but he made it out, and alive. And so now he's working for the other side. So there's like, it's just so good. I highly encourage you to read it. I know Martina from Strange She Reads did a whole reading blog on Ray Bear that I really enjoyed, so if I remember to link that, I will, because it's great. And like, her videos are just so pleasing to watch, so I highly suggest you check her out. Anyways, the next book I will be talking about is Legend Born by Tracy Deonn. I have a vlog going up on it. I have a vlog up on it now, as of an hour ago. I loved it so fucking much. I'm just staring at the cover. So, in Legend Born, you follow Bree Matthews, and she has just lost her mother, and it's obviously a traumatic event. So she ends up going to a university, like high school prep program in UNC Chapel Hill, and her mother didn't want her to go, and so after her death, Bree just wants to go. She wants to get away. She wants to do the thing that her mom said she didn't want her doing, regardless of that warning. And so we slowly get drawn into the secret societies that exist at UNC Chapel, and Bree witnesses like this magical event that kickstarts the whole plot. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say without giving too many spoilers, but there's like the different kind of magic depending on what you are, which is cool. I love that, because acknowledging racism as a structural issue would include having the different streams of magic come about because of this history. So it's really well done. This book is like a contemporary yet historical yet fantastic, like fantasy, all in one. I feel like I can't hype up Tracy Deonn enough. This book is absolutely everything I could want and more. The ending was show-stopping. I loved the characters. I loved the world building. I loved the prose and the writing style. I loved the narrator for the audiobook. I just loved it. The characters feel real. The characters are all struggling with their own issues. And it's not just like, I'm struggling with this for plot. They feel like fully rounded characters. At least like the main ones. And so I really appreciate that, because I'm someone who likes both plot and characters. So if it's just one or the other, usually I'm like, what's going on? I'm having a hard time. But with this, it's perfect. It's both. It's got the drama. It's got the high stakes. It's got the magic. It's got the secret societies. It's got the discussions on mental health and racism. It's got discussions on misogyny. Please read Legend Born by Tracy Deonn. Me and Alana. I'll also link Alana's video. We stan Tracy Deonn. We want to be friends with Tracy Deonn so she can tell us what's going to happen in book 2, because I need to know. Those are the recent reads that I read in September. So if you're seeing this, leave me a blue or red emoji for Legend Born. If you want to read Legend Born, leave me a yellow emoji. If you want to read Ray Bearer, a red emoji. If you want to read Where Dreams Descend, and a green emoji if you want to read A Song of Wraiths and Ruin. I'm interested in seeing what people, like what I sold people on reading, because I just love talking about books. So I want to know what I got you to pick up, so I can keep talking about books in the way that makes you pick them up. So yeah. See you next time. Bye. Links and stuff will be in the description below. Everyone I've mentioned and all the playlists as well, I will try and leave it in the description below if I don't link it up above. And with that, goodbye. Thank you.